Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about balancing acts. You've got this. The basic premise for today's SSA was a sermon that Reverend Carey had given years ago, and it stuck with me, and I've tweaked it a bit when talking to youngins, and I really hope that's okay with Reverend Carey. See, she used to talk about the piano stand as an example that can hold extremely heavy objects, and when you think of it, most things that are made to sit on the ground that isn't always level, it's made out of three legs out instead of four, and when you think about it, that makes a lot of sense because it makes for a much more stable ground and stable platform, just like relationships. And that's exactly the way that our relationships are made to work, because we're really made to work out with relationships made out of three. We're made to love God, we're made to love our neighbor, and the third one is one that a lot of people don't really think about a lot. We're made to love ourselves. And if any of those three get out of whack, then we've got a hole that we tend to try to fill up with things that are really not good for us. And I'll let you fill in the blank on what those not good for us things are, but let's just say that typically those rabbit holes are not good to try to dig out of. But, using the piano as an analogy, if we tend to let any one of those three legs, neglect them for any length of time at all, then the piano will start to slowly go out of tune, just like our relationships will, and our body will go out of tune. At first, the piano will go out of tune because all of a sudden the tension on the wires will start to go out of tune, because the leg is starting to tilt, list a little bit in one direction. And then if we neglect that, we neglect that one leg for long enough, the whole piano is going to come crashing down, just like, our lives can come crashing down, and nobody really wants that. But if we can continually care for all three legs simultaneously, then the piano can stay in tune for years and years and years. And then we can get ready for those chopsticks. Just something to think about today. The Bible verses are Mark 12:28 through 34 and Matthew 22:34 through 40. As far as questions, when you're working on your three piano legs in your life, do you tend to do them separately or together? And when loving your neighbors, do you have different sets of neighbors that you love on? I know I do. And how do you go about loving them differently? Anyway, that's about all I have today. God bless you and have a great day.